What's up, yo? Check out my new truck. I know, she's pretty minty. Pretty minty. Oh, the tires are kind of flat on this side though. And the door's a different color, so the other side might be a little more flattering. You know what? Maybe just go back to the other side. Just don't worry about any of that. Almost. Oops. Yep, I think this is the better looking side. Right, Muffin? All you care about is squeaky toy. But check it out. It's not too bad, right? Just kidding. I clickbaited you guys. It's not a new truck. I've had this for like 6 years. But this is the first time I've ever had all three of my trucks on the same property. So I've got this one, then the 92, and the 81. I got this one for spare parts for my 81. I've got a few things off of it so far, like the wheels and tires that are on my other truck. They came on this thing, and I got a passenger side window out of it that's in my truck, and I took an alternator off of it. Yep, it had an alternator. I know, right? But it doesn't look too bad. It's pretty nice. We even got a whole lot of the debris removed for us on the way out here. But this thing has a 351 Windsor in it and no cooling system. I have had this thing running before when I bought the truck, whatever it was, 6 years ago I think. We drove it up onto the car dolly, this car dolly, 6 years ago, so it was running back then. But I haven't had it running again in 6 years, so that'll be a neat video. We'll get out of the wind. That'll be a neat video. We'll do a revival, getting this thing fired up. So it does run and drive, even though it's a little kinked. It's just a little kinked in the front. I don't know if you can tell. That's one frame rail. That's the other one. They used to be same. Yeah, so the dude I got this from had a crash somewhere on the road on a highway or something. I think he ran into another car, and it was a pretty abrupt stop. But the thing does still roll and steer. It's just that frame rail's not like straight anymore, so I could never do anything like highway use with that frame. But if we ever build a mud truck one day, we could do that. But anyway, let's look at the inside of it. I do have plans to use the cab and the bed off of this truck and put it on my 81 in the shop there, because my 81 has a lot of rusty fellers. This firewall is all intact around the whole cab on this truck, even though you can't see it past all my pine straw. But my firewall, you can, in my truck that I drive over there, the gray one, you can see through the, you can see your feet and stuff all around here, and we're missing metal there, and here, and all back in there. There's a lot of rust holes. Same thing with my bed on the other truck. There's a lot of ground vision over here, which is good, so you can sweep all your dirt into the holes and, you know, just sprinkle the roadwards with it. But check out that interior and the high-rise gear shift. Looks like that would get into your chest. I think this is a 5-speed manual in it, but you can only get to a couple of the gears. I think the linkage is bent up, or the transmission is kinked over, because that frame rail on the right side has changed so far. But yeah, looks pretty minty. So there's a lot of stuff to clean out of here. See, this cab has some rust too, but not near as much as mine. Like my cab, you see that hole there? There used to be a plug in that. My cab, you couldn't put the plug in. it's all wide open. And I've got that too. And on my cab, you see they're bubbled up right here where the rust is starting to take over. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of that corner on my cab. You can see they took the flooring out of it a while ago, so that's good. The floor rots a lot less when you take all that insulation off of it, because when your cab gets all leaky and these things start getting full of water all the time sitting outside, that whatever that is, it's like a black mat with insulation under it or something, padding I guess, and it holds the water and rusts the floor out. But yeah, can you tell? In the last 6 years this has had a squirrel in it once or twice. You don't know if you can notice, but yeah. So there's a lot of that to clean out of here at some point. We're gonna get all this, everything out of there and get it down to the bare bones so we can have it prepped to take the body and stuff off of it one day. Got this going on the bed, but other than that, she's pretty nice. Other than that, this thing had a big toolbox in the back of it when it got into that wreck, and it went. It told it what for. One of the cooler things about this truck is it has a tailgate. Mine has never had a tailgate. So that'll be really neat when I get the bed swapped over and then that truck's got a tailgate on it for the first time in all these years that I've had it. But of course, I'm sure you're already wondering, no, it doesn't open. I gotta fix that. But it is there! And this bumper is a lot nicer than the one I have. So we're gonna take a lot of stuff off of this truck and swap it onto that truck at some point. And then after that, I'll still have this whole bent frame, the bent frame chassis, and all my rusty cab and my rusty bed on it. So I'll still be able to do something with it at that point. Yeah, something that doesn't involve driving in a straight line very fast. The 351 Windsor in here, we would love to take out and put in some old muscle car or something one day. I'm not sure, but it seems like it would be a waste for it to just live out its days in that bent up frame. And I definitely don't want to put it in my truck because I really like my 302. So we're probably just gonna do like some cool revival video, get this thing fired up and running good. We'll probably have to go through the carburetor up here. I think the carburetor is like a Motorcraft, which is weird. I only know things about aftermarket carburetors and Holleys and stuff. But yeah, 2-barrel. Woo! But yeah, that'll be cool. We'll do some videos getting this thing all fired up and running. We'll drive it around in the yard a little bit. Not very long so we don't get it all overheated and stuff. And then at some point we'll have this engine pulled out of here, the transmission, we'll have them all set to the side in the shop, and then we'll be doing a rebuild on this 351 because it runs and it sounds pretty good. 6 years ago it didn't make any rattles or clanks or, you know, all the bad sounds, but it smoked a lot. So it needs rings and seals and bearings and things like that at least. But yeah, that'll be great fun. Motor rebuild in the shop. But anyway, what I'm doing right now today, we're gonna get the air compressor fired up, come out, air up my my tire over here. At least a couple of them hold air. Both of these don't. The ones on the other side do. So hey, there you go. you guys were in the exhaust pipe. Alright. Now we've got my ugly crash truck over here behind the shop. We just got to get it off of the dolly. At least I got like 3 tires that have air in them. The other tire is shredded on the other side, so no air there. I'm all unstrapped from the dolly now. I guess we're going to try to push it off first. And when that doesn't work, we'll do something else. Yeah, nope. Not going to move with that other front tire being flat. Now we do something else. Yeah, we did. Look at them all. That is nifty to see all my trucks in one place. Oh, look, you see both of them in the same frame. Ooh. But that about wraps it up over here for my brand new truck video. We've got it off the dolly and over here in place. That's where it's going to live while we take pieces and parts off of it and maybe turn its frame into a project one day. I don't know. Kind of limited to a mud truck or something for that, so I don't know. That sounds expensive. But anyway, yeah, that's about the end of that. My next project for the day, you see the old lady's Crown Vic is in the shop. I've got ball joints I'm going to be putting in on the driver's side. I did the passenger side quite a while ago, and now it's time to move over and do the other side. So yeah, that ties up the rest of my day. So I'll see y'all in that video. But y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Hope you're excited about my new truck that I've had for 6 years. And there's Muffin.